Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's another video of model railroading. I've already did another episode earlier today, but this video is going to be put up a little later. I'm just going to do some track maintenance here. As you can see here, these two lines are the main line and the old line. What's going to happen is this line is going to be taken out to about, I don't know if you can see it where my fingers are way up there. And it's all going to come out here, and this line's going to be basically the new line. So, what we're going to do is going to soak all this down with water. Because we want to rip the track up carefully, not break it up. Go about here. Also, I'm doing this because I'm going to be putting in the second level, which I'm not sure when the second level is going to go in. It's going to go in eventually. That means all this stuff has to come off on this end too. Actually, I think this, I'm sure if this entire thing has to come up. Oh, maybe I can move it. I might have to move it. Probably easier to move it. Or take it all up. Take both up. I'm going to take both up. Gonna have to relay the road, but that's not a problem. Now make sure that's good and wet and let that sit. Also, what I'm thinking of doing with the short line is see how it curves in the tunnel. I'm thinking about extending it and have it go around where the N-scale track is and come up here. But I'm also thinking about having it, like this track's gonna become a yard section, the last track. To do that might be interesting though. Not sure how I'm gonna do this, to be honest. It's quite the layout, quite the project here. I almost wish I could put another smaller module in place. But yeah, well, I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing. Maybe I might just leave the small little short line in. I was thinking about ripping it all up and relaying it, but you know, going over it and thinking about it, it's just a lot of extra work. I don't want to do all that extra work and then, but yeah, I'm going to be doing some more. So rebuilding it's going to be one thing, but I think the second level is going to be different. I need a screwdriver. Make this work. So with the second level, I'm thinking about, like this is going to lead to the second level, so this is going to become the new main line. And where's my pliers? It has such as the new main line. It needs to be ripped up. Oops. Now, this will probably take 20 minutes for the water to evaporate the track, so I'm going to turn the camera off and I'm going to be right back. I'll show you guys the process of ripping that up. Alright, I'm waiting a little bit for the glue to dry up. Had to go grab some tools and some more track. So this here section, I believe this is the main line currently, but I'm going to leave that. Now this, got to be very careful because there's a switch in here that houses the signal, and I don't want to wreck that too much. So we're going to take this up. And see, this stuff's already come really loose just after like being sitting for a couple minutes. This is why I like foam. Be careful with these wires because I don't want to break them. I'm just gonna take that out. We're just gonna let that dangle. Clean up all this. And this is how easy this stuff's coming apart. I'm gonna just put this in a palm. Of course, we can reballast it later. Oh. What you want to do is you want to, when you're doing this, you want to be very careful not to wreck the track anymore. Clean it up as much as you can. That's what I do. I'm using a little 3-in-1 scraper. Any scraper will work. So I need to clean up the scraper here. Move the caboose, don't want that wrecked. Now, we got that done. We go over to the other side. Since this track's pretty rough shape, it should lift off nicely. I don't think it's quite dry yet. What do I do with that scraper? I just had it 2 seconds ago. There it is. So once, I think this is the one where the glue has been on the longest. I might actually just even leave this on and maybe go with some flex track, because we can put the bridge here. I'll bring the camera back so you guys can get a better look. So where's the other piece of the bridge? Here it is. So I can put the bridge in place, like right here. But I will still need some, how these tracks are. They're pretty good. It's almost perfect with how the tracks lined up with the bridge. Almost perfect. To turn this into a main line, I would have to do some more work in the switch. Not sure how locomotives are not really liking that switch down here very much. This is another thing I gotta test out. Should be okay. So, bring you guys over here. Corner. Bring it up a little bit so that way it's not squished down. Oh, it's much easier to have the tripod than what I did with the other thing. This is all maintenance track. We'll just put that down here in the bin on the floor. Oh, what is this? A big chunk of material that's just built an extra build-up. Oh, there's a bell. Bell of something, I'm not sure what. Remember in one of the old videos I glued all this stuff down, now I'm ripping it all up. Oh well. Like a lot of this stuff can be still used. And here's another screw. I remember, did I screw this all down? I don't think I did. Not this one. Some piece of a tie. Once we get the scraper underneath, then it all should come up nicely. I think this is just 15-inch radius, this one. Yeah, this is 15-inch. Okay. This here can be saved. We're going to wash that up and clean it up. I'm going to make a soap and water solution, and I'm going to let that soak. Tub of soap and water, so we're going to put the track in there. And we'll let that soak overnight, and by the morning, that should be clean. I'm going to do that a lot of the track here. Clean it up. Lots of extra curves, yeah. Okay. So maybe I only need to rip up the one section of track rather than both, because then I can just put a small piece here, and that should save me a lot of extra trouble. Okay. So you're still going to need to spray this down with a let that sit for a bit. Alright. So we want to be careful here. See, this material is still not soft enough. And this takes a little while for this glue and water stuff to really dry. Or to loosen up, but it works. And it's slowly starting to cut. Maybe we can get it up. All I'm doing really is just pushing the material off to the side here, so I can have a clean space to work. I'm going to lay new track down. That's the idea right now. That's the thing about model railroading. You don't like it, rip it up and do it again. Good thing about foam is it's waterproof, so you can reuse it as many times as you want. Now, oh, this might actually go well. There's a big piece of material that came up. A little bit of foam there. Once you get the scraper underneath the layout, underneath the track, it just comes up nicely. And also I'm taking up a little bit of foam as well, but that's okay. Trying not to. There's a nice big chunk of it with a little bit of foam. So this is what we want right here. We want all this up. We're not going to take it all up, we're going to take enough. If you want, you can always sand this down a little bit. I'll just make it smooth again. Now, once you can get up underneath the rail, then it comes up nicely. What I'm going to try to do is move those track joiners out as far as I can. Same with this side. Now, it's almost easier to just, you know what I'm going to do? The track joiners are easy to replace. So I'm going to break the rail joiners off because they're cheap, they're not expensive. You can replace those. So what I'm doing is one side I'm ruining the one joiner, ruining the other. Just opening them up so that way I can get the track up with the edge of the thing here. Just lifting it up. What this does is it gives me a free end without having to rip up the other section. I don't know if you guys can see it very well. I'll give you a zoomed in view so you can see what I'm doing here. Sorry, it's kind of hard to... There we go. See how I got the rail joiners ripped up? So you want to rip them up. Just take them like this without damaging the rail too much, and just get it down in there and bend it. Like I said, rail joiners are inexpensive. And I'm only damaging two, so it's not going to be too bad. And then you just loosen it up. Try not to bust the rail too much. Now, see what I mean? How they are. And then, there. Slide up that track. That one's going to get cleaned. Give me solution. We got ourselves two rail joiners that need to be replaced, but that's no big deal. Because I've got a bunch of extra ones anyway. I'm not worrying about those. Now I want to put this track back down, so we're going to put the screw in here. Because there's a screw hole here. We're going to attach this down so it doesn't come up again on us. And we're going to do that on this side because there's another screw hole where my fingers are. I'm going to screw down this track so it stays in place. Because I was thinking about ripping that one up, but I don't think I am, so we're just going to leave that track in place. Now, we got all this material here we need to clean off. You want to get right to the edge of the old section. So anyway, folks, my new channel is up and running. I haven't gotten it 100% sorted out yet, but I'm still working on that. this apartment's, you know, much better than the old one was, especially for this sort of stuff. You're just gonna move all this gunky material out of the way to a nice pile over there. And what we'll do is we'll get a cloth, wipe it all down. Put the camera over so you guys can see. Have to vacuum up later. So now we've got this new section of track. Oh, still gotta. And there's the other rail joiner, but I've got extras. I ain't worrying about them. That's the old track, and here's where the new one's gonna go. Now, what I've been thinking of doing, now that this is a possibility, is putting in a switch track here. But the thing is, I have this line that's kind of won't go into anything. So this track's going to stay. This track's no longer going to be in service. The railway take that out of service and rerouted trains. Also makes the layout more interesting. New rail joiners. Oh, a little wet spot there. Now, some tracks. I'm thinking, if I put a switch in and another switch, I can almost have a second passing siding. I could do that. Why would I do that? Although a second passing siding would make things a little interesting, wouldn't it? That's not a bad idea, actually. I think I might just go with that. Lord Drake and I having some weird thoughts. I still use my old name from the other channel, but, you know, it's all good. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to try something here. There we go. Now, is this going to work? It's a question. Maybe I might need... Yeah, see, here's the problem here. You got this curve, and then you got... almost make like a really odd sort of curve here. That would be an odd curve, wouldn't it? I don't know if I could do that. That would be a rather tight curve, I think. I don't know if long locomotives are going to like that kind of sharpness. And then here, let's see, let's grab some wax. You guys think that might work? Well, maybe using flex track for the entire curve would be a good idea. But I was kind of wondering if that's going to be a good idea or if I shouldn't. Dilemmas. Well, I'm going to be moving the short line anyway. Because where that curve is on the short line is going to be changed as well. So I think I'll go with this. Maybe I can take this track up, move it a little bit. Let's see. You know, I think this will work. This is going to be a rather long video, guys. I'm sorry. Hope you guys enjoying it. Yeah, that might do it. That might do it. Anyway, this is the idea. So why don't you guys tell me what you think? If I should go ahead with that, and let me know in the comments if you think this is a good idea. And I'll see what we can do. And over here is where it's going to connect. But then I'd have to put a bridge or something in here if I have two of them. Or what I can do is just fill this area in and sort of make this kind of like, I don't know. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, that's it for today. I've got other things I need to do, so hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, take care and have fun. Later, folks.